Hey, what's up you guys? Clausen X here, repping my CT Fletcher tube. And today I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about weight loss. So I've been getting a lot of people asking me in person, Zach, how did you lose so much weight? Zach, how do I lose fat? How do I burn fat? Now I don't have any kind of written down notes or studies or theories or anything of that nature for you guys today. I wanted to talk to you right off the dome. Talk to you things out of my experience that have worked and just a bit of basics. Because in all reality, fat loss is not as hard as people perceive it is. It's just there's so many different opinions of different people and different things that have worked for different people, and they're all fighting for the spotlight to tell you what you need to do to lose weight. I'm asking you now to disregard all those clickbait articles you've seen on Facebook, six-pack shortcut ads you've seen maybe before this video, who knows. And I invite you to open your mind to what I'm about to share with you. Now, I want to get one point across to you guys, okay? Losing weight is easier than you think. There's just a few basic principles you need to follow in order to be successful, and I'll let you know what those are right now. The first thing I want to tell you guys is erase the word diet from your vocabulary. And by diet, I mean something that you start. Because things that start end. Things that have a beginning have an ending. If you start a diet, in your mind subconsciously, you can't wait to finish it. You can't wait to get thin so that you can start eating what you want again. And that is a formula for failure. So do not look at this like you're going on a diet. Look at this more like you're starting a lifestyle change. Because everything that you take with you from losing weight and eating right are principles that you should be living by. Not just working on for a nice physique. It's what you should be using for all around holistic lifestyle and a healthy well-being. Alright you guys, so here are the basics for burning fat. And I know you've probably heard them before, but I would really like to emphasize just how important these things are. Okay, so the number one thing that I tell people when they want to lose weight is to start eating whole foods. Now, if you don't know what whole foods are, it's foods that haven't been processed. It's just all natural food. Like white bread is not a whole food, but brown bread is, or to say whole wheat bread. Now, in the 21st century, in the society that we live in the way that our bodies have evolved and where we've grown up, carbs are a necessity to us. If some people want to go without eating carbs, that's fine. It would be kind of going against the grain in what your natural biology would be asking for, but it's possible. So what I recommend people, because avoiding carbs at all costs is very stressful, and as your blood sugar drops and spikes, it can really mess with your hormonal balance. So I always recommend that if you're going to eat grains, you're going to eat breads, ask for whole wheat. Okay, if you're going to go out to eat, ask for a whole wheat option. Don't ask for white bread, because white bread, which tastes a lot better, I can admit that, it tastes better because it has sugar in it, and it's not whole, complete carbs. So what happens to white bread when you eat it is it goes right to your stomach and it just turns to sugar. Okay, white bread is doing nothing for you nutritionally, whereas whole wheat bread, and which by the way you have to make sure it says 100% whole wheat on the packaging, or else you're not getting a whole food. It can do a lot for your body. It can give you energy, and your body can utilize it the best way possible. So with that being said, that kind of ties me into the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is sugar. You can get by without sugar a lot easier than you think. I consume very low levels of sugar. It's actually not even hard for me to avoid sugar anymore. Once you realize just how completely useless it is to your body. Yes, there are sugars that are like from fruits and foods like that. That's a more natural sugar, and it's a sugar your body can use more. But I'm talking about sugar that is added to things for flavoring. That is a sugar that you can live without. Unless you're having sugar in very small dosages throughout the day, like if you want a couple sugars in your coffee or something of that nature, then that's fine. Your body has no trouble handling that. But for the most part, guys, sugar is just a hindrance on your body. It doesn't do anything for you except for add a bit of flavor. So if you're gonna have sugar, make sure you're treating yourself to it, right? It's not just a regular routine for you. The next big thing that I wanna talk about, which is food related as well, is to cut out pop and junk food as much as you can. Pop is literally drinking sugar. I can't even understand why someone would just want to drink sugar. It tastes really good, but think about every sip you take, and every sip you take of pop is a step backwards to losing weight. If you need to switch to like a diet pop or like a Coke Zero or Pepsi Max or something like that, just to like wean you off if you're used to drinking pop, then go for it. But eventually you'll get to a place where you won't need pop anymore, you won't crave it, you won't want to order it, because you realize that it's just useless for you, it's just full of sugar, right? Even if you're going out to eat at a restaurant and you know that what you're eating isn't probably going to be the best food for your body, then if you're ordering water, at least you're helping your body deal with the food that you're eating. Ordering water with a meal, even if you're gonna get fast food, guys, the water will help your digestive system deal with the fast food more efficiently. So you don't really need pop in any situation. Okay, so now we have talked about whole foods, cutting out sugar, cutting out pop. And another big thing I wanted to briefly talk about, because everyone kind of knows this, is that you need to avoid fast food. And if you're going to get fast food, like sometimes if I'm really in a pinch, I'll get a bunch of snack wraps from McDonald's. If you're gonna get chicken, ask for grilled, right? It's less fatty. If you're gonna eat out, which you have to sometimes, you know, in this day and age, and with some people's busy lifestyles, they're in a pinch and they need to eat out. So if I'm gonna eat out, I'm gonna go to Subway. I'm gonna get the 9 grain bread, and I can choose what's going on my sub. So I'm not telling you to stop eating out and to not buy things when you're in a pinch or stuff like that. But if you're going to go to McDonald's, get a McWrap and don't get a Big Mac. It's just making simple lifestyle choices like that. Okay guys, and the last thing I wanted to talk about today is exercise. Now losing fat is a combination of diet and exercise. Okay, they go hand in hand. If you want to do less exercise, right, then you have to work on your diet more. If you want to worry less about your diet, you have to do more exercise. So for me, I work on my diet as hard as I can, but I just love food too much and sometimes I slip up. So I would rather put in the work and do more exercising to burn off those calories that I'm consuming. Some people aren't like that, you know. Some people will just avoid going for a jog at all costs. That might be you. That's me some days. But if you just really don't want to do any kind of exercise, then you gotta be on your diet a little bit more. But for the most part, guys, exercise is inevitable and you need to do it if you want to not only lose weight and burn fat, but it will help your cardiovascular system, which can cut out all kinds of diseases that you might face in the future if you hadn't been exercising. And exercising just keeps you overall healthy. And if you start eating cleaner foods and exercising more, you're gonna notice the difference right away. It's a more natural energy. Okay guys, there you have it. I was trying not to make this too long. So you're gonna want to focus on whole foods, cutting out sugar, including pop and other fast foods, right? Because there's not a lot of whole foods and fast foods, right? It's fast, it's processed. And lastly, you will need to do some exercise and you need to put in the work. These principles themselves, you'll realize, are fairly easy. It's more mentally what you have to get over and that willpower that you need to do this. It's a journey, guys. It's a learning process. It's not something that you can get from a pill. I wouldn't recommend buying diet plans unless you're on a really specific routine. Because for the most part, guys, it's just living a healthier lifestyle. And you'll notice that your body won't need to store so much fat anymore, and when it's getting its energy from more natural sources. Alright, there you have it, guys. Stay tuned, more videos on the way. If you like this one, give it a like and a subscribe. I would really love your subscription. And stay tuned for more videos. Thanks, guys.